Hey everyone, good evening. Happy Friday. Good to see so many people in already. I want to say hi to everybody. Jackie Jack has his thumbs up. Good call, man. We now know your real name, but we're not going to reveal it here on the YouTubes. But great to see you, man. Thanks for coming in. Please do get those thumbs up. This first hour is the magic hour here. The Jiminy dust will be doused upon all who leave a thumbs up. You'll get a sale. Hopefully I'll douse myself with some dust because I need some help. Hey, see the lights. How are you? Welcome to the show. Hey, Vintage Codger. Welcome. Hello, everyone. Jim, welcome to the show. Thanks for being here. Hey, Joe. Good afternoon. Well, it's always afternoon. At Joe's house, it's always afternoon. Welcome, man. Hi, Charles. How are you? Great to see you, man. Hello, Dawn. How are you this evening or afternoon if you live by Joe? Hey, CJ. Welcome aboard, and thank you, as always, for being here. Bartomania, welcome. Cruise time coming up. Mortal Kombat begin. Okay. Hey, Keith, how you doing, man? Welcome to the show. Jeff. Welcome, Jeff. Hope you're doing okay. Hope Mom's hanging in there tonight. Hi, Karen. Welcome aboard. Great to have you. Hello, Kim. And Vintage Memories. Welcome aboard. Karen, I guess our spring is over already. Did you see the temperatures have dropped like 25 degrees in the last 2 hours? You know, I've been whining about how nice it's been and how warm it's been. And now tonight's it's going from like 60 to 28 or something in the next several hours. And then it's craziness. But it looks like just for a day or two, and then it's back up into the 50s, 70 next week. I mean, I don't know what's going on. Great to have everybody here. Hi, Sandy. How are you? Welcome to the show. The call trimmer was just delivered. Very good. Have you opened it up yet? You want to do a big reveal live on the show? Give us your thoughts. I use it every day. I used it several times today. I listed some print ads today. I listed a bunch yesterday from 1961, which is newer for the stuff I usually list. But a lot of good stuff. So let everybody know if you like that trimmer. I hope you do. I'm sure you will. Got your thumbs up. There you go. Hey, it works for many. It doesn't work for me and you apparently, but everybody else gets one. Hey, Dill Finder, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Yeah, the trimmer really is great. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, a lot of rain. What's up, Ralph? How are you? Welcome to the show. And there he is. Hello to Paige Picker. Welcome aboard, Greg. Great to have you, man. You had some snow. Oh, did you really? Yeah, we were warm all day, and then it just started tanking a couple of hours ago. And yeah, miserable, pouring rain, dark, and getting colder. Hey, Delfonda. Well, how was your week? Anybody have anything going on this week? It was pretty quiet, right? Out there in eBay land. No shenanigans taking place or anything. All normal. Typical week, right? Oh, you save them for Monday. Okay. No problem. I hope you really enjoy it. For you, it's a thumbs up and run around the house 2 times. That's right. How you doing? Hydron? I want to make sure I pronounce this correctly. The Veranda Files. Welcome to the show. It's an honor to have you. I just want to make sure I'm pronouncing this correctly. Popeye brought you. Hydron. Welcome to the show. Great to have you. Popeye, how you doing? Just place the pizza order. Don't reveal your YouTube name exactly. He's going to buck the trend. I just wolfed down some Chinese food, Popeye, prior to the show. I tried to get it. When I do the 6 o'clock shows, I like to try to get a little early dinner in. So order some Chinese, being Friday and all in miserable weather. So I just inhaled some shrimp and broccoli about 3 minutes before we went live. But great to have you, man. Let us know when the pizza arrives. Hey, Catherine, how you doing? Freezing rain than snow. Yeah, we have just rain because it's been so warm, but it's dropping now. Yeah, Dawn, you want to give everybody an update? How's the ankle doing? Okay, great. Great to have you. Hydron. Very nice name. Getting rid of these DVDs to make room for Popeye's postcards. There you go. It's great to have you. Hey, Julie, how are you? Welcome to the show. Julie's out west as well, so I guess it's afternoon for you. Great to have you. You lost power and internet. Oh, no. And I'm sorry, where is Ralph Funkland again? Where are we dwelling? 7 sales while the power was down. See, that's the key. Anyone else have postcards stuck in city distribution centers? It happens a lot. Oh man, it's funny you mentioned that deal, Fonda. I've basically lauded the fact that I've had no issues, quote unquote, with any postcards. I think I mentioned on Monday I had one where it said it was delivered, but the buyer said he hasn't received it. He opened a case. I said open a case, it's fine. Like I put the tracking number in again, and eBay just closed the case, so they'll probably give him his money back. It's like $9 on an Atlantic City postcard. Well, a couple of days later, I had one. Somebody opened not paid case as well. This one I just refunded immediately because it was from early January. It hadn't been delivered. And the guy wrote this really nice paragraph. I really want this card. I hope this doesn't bode negatively for the seller, all this stuff. And I'm like, it was like a $6 card. I'm like, $6. And please just let me know if you do get it. So now I've had two, one that says it was delivered, but they claim they didn't receive it, which I believe. Why would he lie? I mean, it's a $10 item. The second one has been in limbo for over a month. So 2 out of whatever quantity I've actually mailed so far, postcard wise, since September when I began. Not a bad ratio, but back to back was a little scary. I don't like issues like that. I'm not accustomed to shipping problems, Yep. Welcome, welcome, welcome. There's Victoria. How you doing? Welcome, Victoria. No, internet is tough. You hate that. I'd argue the heat or air conditioning could be a lot worse, personally, but to each their own. No hot water is never fun. Yeah, I know. Oh, another story. Mrs. Flippett. You catch yourself when you're saying things sometimes. I'm like, here we go again. She's not sick. She's not sick. She's well. But she has not the best teeth in the world. She has several root canals over the span of her life. Anyway, she was eating something yesterday, cracked a back tooth. One of the rare back teeth that she has that haven't been drilled, and she hasn't had the nerve out. So it's painful. And we called sort of in a frenzy, the orthodontist or whatever it is, and they can't see her until Tuesday. So I will not be, I was supposed to go on a double date tomorrow, which we've rescheduled, but it's really a shame. I just can't, I really want her to go. She wants to go very badly, and I'm not going to leave her alone with my dad in pain like that. But, things happen. It's just a shame. My poor wife's teeth. She has not been blessed. They're beautiful, but they're just very brittle, and they break. The thumb of Michigan. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, you're doing well. Just since January. Ralph Funk, did you buy a Fort Worth postcard? Uh-oh. Is there one missing? It's a good idea. I used to do this with other items. I would always kind of check, my orders, my shipped orders, and make sure things have been received. And especially at Christmas time, last couple of years where things were really slow, I would make a habit of doing that. And then if needed, I would send a proactive comment to a buyer via eBay and say, that we had like pasted things that we would write. If the post office said they were experiencing delays, blah, 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 I would copy and paste that and say, please be patient. I appreciate your patience, the post office. But I haven't done that in a while because things have been running so smoothly. But now I'm thinking, especially with the standard envelope stuff, maybe I'll just give a gander again every time I send one out and make sure they arrive. Because that was kind of messed up. That one, it totally slipped my radar. 6 weeks, I think it's been something like that. 5 or 6 weeks since I mailed it. Yeah, I refunded this one guy from 5 weeks ago. Again, no, it's not even about the money. I genuinely mean this. I want them to get the card. Like if, how we all are. If you collect something, you want to get the item. I don't want it lost. Port Huron, apparently, but in Canada. What's up, Kelly? If they close in your favor, they don't get their money back. They rely on the tracking. So if it says delivered, you're set. Yeah, it does. It says just delivered. Yeah, I might still do it. Again, it's not about $10 to me. I want the guy. This guy, if you remember from Monday, he bought an Atlantic City postcard that he said he was scouring the internet for, and I'm the only one that had it. It was just luck that I had that card he was looking for some kind of project he's doing. And I'm like, oh, no, I really hope you get it. Well, anyway, it says it was delivered on February 6th. What can you do? You're sitting in your kitchen scanning old greeting cards with your super slow Feridio Epson new to ephemera. Oh, well, welcome to the wonderful world of ephemera. And that's great. You got a free, maybe it's slow, but it's free and it works. And it's a good way to start your venture. Very exciting stuff. What's up, Purple Circle? Good evening to you. Great to have you on a live one. Baltimore has been a black hole. They sit there for 7 to 10 days. Philadelphia is my black hole area. That's the closest to me. And sometimes things will get stuck. I'm one to order records quite a bit, especially after my birthday. My wife gave me the green light to go ahead. And so I did. I bought a bunch of records from overseas, a couple from Germany. I just got one yesterday from Germany. They've been sitting, whether it's international or not, they sit in Philadelphia sometimes for a period of time, especially if it goes media mail. And I would imagine that standard envelope is probably a notch below media mail as far as the post office is concerned, prioritizing stuff. Your laptop is not good enough for 6-bit? For 6-bit? Oh, no way. Correct, absolutely. And welcome aboard, Ansley. Yeah, I mean, I know it's an investment in my view, and even you having to upgrade your laptop would be an investment. Hopefully you see a benefit. I definitely do. We talk about this all the time. I love 6-bit. And ever since that threw it into the stratosphere with me, the backup component, which I wasn't really even aware. I mean, I knew they had a backup feature, but I didn't realize how good it was and what a lifesaver it would be. So that just makes it even more worth it to me. Kelly said it well. You sell a handful of postcards, at a decent price, $10, $8, and you pay for your monthly subscription on it. It's well worth it. See the Lights won an auction from overseas at the end of the year. It finally got to New York today. Hoping to have it sometime next week. Wow. The Royal Mail. The British thing. There's actually when you buy stuff from the UK, there's actually like a little caveat that says something to that effect, that there were strikes, obviously, in the UK. Not just healthcare, but there was postal strikes and rail strikes and all that, which obviously impacted shipping times. And they have a little blurb if you order. I also order stuff on Discogs a lot. I don't know if anybody else uses Discogs, but same thing. They have like sort of a canned blurb below if you buy from a certain country that basically says expect delays. Hey, Barbara, how are you? Welcome to the show. Great to have you. Hope you're doing well. Oh, man. Speaking of which, I'm supposed to be getting a care package from a viewer, which I haven't received yet. Speaking of delays in shipping, it said it was supposed to come today and it hasn't arrived, but I will let said care gift giver know when it is received. And I'm looking forward to it. I have no idea what to expect. It's hot. You watched the shipped and waiting feedback yet? Yeah, I used to make a real it was a practice of mine, basically. And wouldn't you know it, you take your eye off the ball for a little while, and now I got this thing sitting out there for 6 weeks, which I should have jumped all over. But I do know standard envelope, again, is a little bit different. But I think I'm going to get back on that horse and just take a look. And I like the proactive approach. It usually at least mitigates the opportunity for grief to come your way. If you say something before they say something. I noticed I shipped your item out on blah, blah, blah date. It looks like it hasn't arrived. I apologize for this. Here's the tracking information. If you need anything else, let me know. I'll be following it. Something like that. It's just, good service. Yeah, I know. Keep that quiet. 200 Niagara. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Shh. Different forum here. Different forum, Victoria. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I haven't heard from a lot of you guys in a long time. Yeah, for once. Thank you, Papa. Yeah, and thanks for recommending the show. Hope you enjoy your time with us, Hydrum. And you're brand new to ephemera, which is kind of cool. Are you doing postcards? I mean, that's the question. What sort of ephemera are you into? Are you just kind of getting your feet wet with it and trying to figure out what you like? Do you have something that you're going to start with? Postcards is a great way. It only took me 30 years to get into postcards, but and a year on YouTube and 20 something years on eBay to say, hey, maybe I'll sell postcards. But great way to start. Pretty common, you can get them just about everywhere. But I'll let you tell me. I'd like to know your story, what you're looking to get into. Yes, absolutely, Dawn. Just a little bit. Yeah, yeah, this one's open. We don't have a closed. We don't have a gatekeeper. Well, we have gatekeep. We have several gatekeepers, as truth be told. But yeah, this is out for the masses. Yeah, no good. And I live whatever 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes south of Philadelphia, so that's my main hub. And then it gets distributed locally. And because of what I mentioned earlier about buying all these, I've been on a record buying spree for the last couple of weeks, 2.5 weeks since my birthday, and they've been coming. But I get like anybody else now. It kind of puts you in the position of the people that are buying the stuff from us. That if they're really excited and they collect print ads, they collect postcards, they collect ephemera, they collect whatever they collect. It's true. You just get excited. You're looking at the mail every day. You're following the tracking. You can't wait to get whatever it is you bought. So that's why I'm saying I feel bad if something goes wrong and I sent it. Even though it's not my fault, quote unquote, I still feel bad that the person that wants that postcard or wants whatever they bought from me hasn't received it. So I'm never a jerk with that stuff. I'm like, here's the tracking. Go take care of it yourself. It's out of my hands. Don't do that. Not cool. Postcard stolen out of your mailbox. Get out. Yeah, totally. I would feel very mad. I'd be furious at whoever. How do you know it was stolen? Oh, I'm sure, as is most of the world, let alone the country, right? I'm sure it's a huge. God only knows it. Really, I mean, unless any of you have firsthand experience working in a post office or a UPS sort of a facility, one can only imagine what a nightmare it must be. The reality of what goes on. They're just seeing millions and millions and millions of packages every hour, 24 hours a day. It's got to be, if you think about it, it's a miracle that it works at all. That it does, Dawn. Well put. Dawn is a poet too. We didn't know that. Oh, no. Well, first of all, let's just visit it. We're going to visit it for 2 seconds. Obviously, there was a major issue. They did fix it. No harm, no foul. Apparently, everybody got credited. I don't know how this happened. I had one item, and all my print ads have Gallery Plus. All my postcards have had Gallery Plus because it says the collectibles are free. So they've all had Gallery Plus for the last couple of years, whatever it's been since I've been listing them. And never had one problem, never had an overcharge. Always worried about it a little bit, to be honest with you. I really did. But never had reason to really worry because it never had a problem. And then, of course, Wednesday happened, big problem. Several people attending the show got creamed with charges. Other people had several $100s. I had $1, one charge on a print ad for $1, which was debited and thank God credited yesterday. So nothing came out of bank accounts that I know of. I don't know if there's any stories out there about people that might have had more insane issues than most of us had, but I just lucked out. I don't know how only one item wound up getting charged. So maybe they were already putting a fix in by the time they got to me. I'm grateful for it, but what a headache that was. And it was kind of scary dose of reality. Ever since they took over all the payments all through eBay, we used to have PayPal as a quasi middleman, even though eBay owned PayPal later on. But anyway, we had some level of protection. Now it's just eBay. It's all eBay all the time. And theoretically, that could have been a screw up that, manifested itself in much more serious ways. And, you saw huge $1,000 debits in your account. I mean, that could be, and you know how eBay is, we're trying to refund something. Even when they do make a mistake and they say, we'll pay you back, it takes weeks. They'll take your money in a heartbeat, but they'll pay you back in months. So thank God it didn't amount to that. Well, anyway, Jim, yeah, they are free, but I think Kelly did too. I'm sure a few people did. I did a mass edit on Wednesday when all this happened. I just removed it from everything. You could do 2,000 listings at a clip, which was kind of cool. I just removed the option and that bold thing, which I've never used anyway, but since it came up in the edit, the bulk edit, I made sure both were unticked and I submitted everything. So I took it off of everything. Maybe when the smoke clears, I'll put it back on. I don't even know if it's that much of a benefit, truth be told, but obviously I'm a little skittish now. Anyone have a motel named the Brick City Motel? I don't know. Mother's mustache. What did I miss? What did she say she bought? I have to scroll back up. Sorry about that. If I do a little speech there, it takes me away from the chat. Hold on, my notification thing is still on for something else. Let's turn that off because nobody knows what that sound is, right? Oh, the update on the legendary video series over on Popeye's Postcards. You got to check that out. Hey, Mark, how you doing? Did you sell any postcards today, man? Welcome, Mark. Everybody greet Mark properly. Yeah, it's a great series. Hydrum, did you watch the initial video when he bought the postcards and then his escapades going out to pick up the postcards? Hey, Allie, how you doing? Welcome aboard. Hope you're doing well. Very good to see you. Allie, not a fan. What we learned today, Allie is not a fan of the bridge. Not a fan of bridges, not a fan of heights. Is that an accurate statement, Allie? I don't want to give too much away. I did not, Mark. I just alluded to that earlier. I did not. And I'm really excited to see what the heck it is. It's, you know, that we were just talking about tracking snafus, and it said it was supposed to come today, but nothing came, and it's 6:30, and the mail is come and gone for the night. So I'll let you know as soon as it comes, though, for sure. And thank you for whatever it is. Thank you. Mark, hey, Dawn. Hey, Dawn. Yes, we all must pay homage to the Queen of Canada. If Atlanta burns down again, we're screwed. Everything goes for Atlanta. Does it really? I know it's a huge airline hub. I think it might be the biggest in the country. Chicago used to be huge. Julie is pricing records from your vintage booth. They all go for $4.95. Beautiful. What do you got? A little bit of everything? I'm a record guy, Julie. I sell a lot of records. I sell 78s. I sell albums. I'm not a big 45 guy. I'm not against the 45. I just I prefer albums. I love 78s. Random smallish lots of postcards and greeting cards in your profit piles. There you go. I'd say you're off and running. Great job. And definitely you have Mark in here. You have Popeye, obviously, for postcard questions, for great videos about postcards. Check out those channels. Any time of day. They're always open. You trash pick. The Dump Boutique. That's interesting. Love records, Dawn. The postal person left in the few notes saying there was nothing in the box. Oh, that's so uncool. Oh, very cool, Kelly. And are you keeping that option on, or did you uncheck it? I only had one. I don't know how I escaped with one. But almost, I mean, I'm right around 5,000, and I'd say at least 4,000 of them had Gallery Plus, without question. Maybe even more, but at least 4,000. I had one item, print ad, $1 out, $1 back in. About 17. Yeah, I did the first night whenever it happened, trying to avoid, if it was still like an ongoing rolling problem, I was like, maybe if I take it all down, you know, you try everything. There's a level of desperation going on. I was waiting. I kept refreshing my payments tab, hoping it didn't say negative 4,000 or something. Within 2 days, a mail thief was shot dead by a guy in your town. Really? Well, vigilante action? What's going on there? My God. Had a buyer open an item not received. Yeah. It was first class. Oh, really? That's not cool. Yeah, I would. And can you, do you have any recourse at this point? Does it just stay opened? Catherine sold a $19 print ad to the Netherlands. Congratulations. I had a print ad sale to Denmark a couple of days ago. So that's kind of cool. And I do believe it was my first Denmarkian print ad sale. So that's kind of funny that we both sold ads to the same area. And it was good money too. Yeah, they do have P.O. boxes you could buy. UPS even has an equivalent system. It's similar to a P.O. box. They call it something different, but it's the same thing. You can get mail forwarded from the post office to a UPS box. Being most of us are lazy and don't want to leave the house and go to a physical location, we rely on the good old mail to come to us. Right? Right. Yeah, Dawn's been listing. I think that's a very good thing. Dealing with the stuff at hand, the stuff around us that surrounds us. Let's get rid of that stuff. But I do need postcards. You sold a few. Very good, man. Very good. After another lackluster day, it's better than the last two, but still lousy. I was doing, if anybody watched my What Sold video, I did it very early this morning, and then I released it at 9. I was going to release it right away, but YouTube doesn't like when you release a video at 6 in the morning. It's like nobody watches it. And then if nobody watches it initially, they won't push it out. So I waited till 9, which is actually way too early too, but I'm glad it got some views and all. But anyway, I did a video about selling some postcards, don't you know, and some ads. I was having a really good week up until that day when all that stuff happened over on eBay. So yesterday was the worst. Traffic, I think a few of us in that chat, we were talking about the traffic report for the day, which you take with a grain of salt. I don't harp on one day's, whether it's really through the roof or really low. It's just a day. But it was like sizably down. My views, all the things that would basically get your items in front of potential buyers disappeared. So let's see what happens. I'm sure it'll rebound, but a little bit better today, but still not great at all. Man, that's really crazy. It's a sin that you have to deal with stuff like that. I'm sorry, where do you live, Deal Finder? I don't need a street address, just what town? Yup, says Allie. I guess we're talking about the bridges and heights. Uh-oh, the creature broke through. Wasn't paying attention, but you sold a postcard 3 minutes after you went live. There you go. Of course. Congratulations. Go check out Popeye's successful sale. And please do leave a thumbs up if you are enjoying the show. I enjoy having all of you here, and that is the truth. It costs you nothing to press that button. Yeah, that's great. Thank you. You vaguely remember you watched an initial video about the... Oh, it's hysterical. You have to go watch that, Hydron. Have to go watch it. I still say pound for pound, it might be the funniest thing I've ever seen on YouTube, other than like, people falling and the stupid gaffes and all those videos about like the newsmen that say bad words and all that. Other than that stuff, I mean, it was just the way he presented that video. Even my wife, we were in tears. Like this was like a year ago. I kept watching it and watching it. I'm like, this poor guy. Oh my God. Just the way he speaks and, this calm tone, it was hysterical. Got to watch it. But the good news is everything wound up being fine. And he's got a lifelong supply of postcards. That's right. Everything is supposed to be bigger in Texas. I listed some postcards. I finally finished the dreaded Massachusetts lot that I had. And what else? California. I finished all my California cards finally too. No more using your mailbox. What a sin that we live in a country where we can't use our mailbox safely. Yeah, there might have been an occasional, an occasional word might have slipped out just in the moment, the heat of the moment. I bet you Popeye's in it. Remember Asia Popeye, high school? Asia was like the biggest band in the world for like a month. Oh, I just sold a Swiss cheese ad. Hold on. And I didn't even give myself a like yet. Let's see what this is, folks. Maybe we'll present this for everybody. Hot off the presses. What do we get for this? 1929. Switzerland. Bam. Sold what magazine is this from? 1929 issue of Good Housekeeping, 11 by 8.5. Switzerland cheese. It's an ad for the country of Switzerland and their cheese. My little sale price, $13.19. If you watch the video, you hear me say that 100 times the last couple of weeks. $13.19 plus shipping. Where is this fine thing going out? First of all, did they pay? Yeah, they did pay. Let's see where they live. Don't tell me Denmark. Tennessee. Beautiful. So I got my sale for the show. got my sale for the show. Vintage Memories having sales at 30% off for 2 weeks. Wow. Then on Wednesday, not a single sale. Yeah, Wednesday was just train wreck. Wondered if others had slow day on Wednesday. Who knows? Who knows? I assumed so that day. I think a lot of people were saying the same thing. Sales. And again, if you look in, I'm sure you know this, Vintage Memories, go look at your traffic for that day specifically. And I mean, for me, it dropped off the table, and obviously you're not going to sell anything if nobody can see your items. So perhaps they were doing something behind the scenes. In fact, we know they were doing something behind the scenes to fix the error, and kudos to them for fixing it. They did fix it. No harm, no foul, really, than probably a couple of heart attacks and a little bit of agita, but no financial damage that we know of anyway. But I definitely think there's a tie in there. I think it's safe to assume there's some level of drop off. I don't know if it could be quantified, but yeah, a bunch of people that are in a chat with me and some other people all kind of concurred that sales were way down. And then unfortunately for me yesterday too was a joke. Patty Page is a usual Harry Belafonte. Falco. Truck driving songs. Little Mel Tillis. Not easily shocked. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, if you enjoy print ads, I do have a series. Don't I, Dawn? Where's the link? I have a whole multiple part series about print ads if you're interested. Seriously, check it out. And of course, let me know if you have any questions. Always happy to help out. You could write me an email. Anybody can write me an email, jiminyflip@gmail.com, or just leave a comment in one of the videos. Selling toys now, huh? Popeye. The video is just still funny. Yeah, me too. Wednesday night it was, right? Good deal, find it good. I'm glad the spigot done opened. I'm still limping around, but I mean, it's not zero, but it's still lousy. Yeah. Awful. That's right. I think Mark has a call into a t-shirt company, right, Mark? You're going to have that made? The silk screen, I think, is sent off to the printers. Any mail thief comes around here deserves their loot. 25 miles to the nearest gas station. Oh, my God. Really? I'm sure that's has its advantages. Privacy, huh? You're in Montana, right, Julie? It's one of those states. Again, it's a state I haven't been to. I've been to a lot of states. That's one I haven't been to, along with, I'm not going to make fun of it, Oregon. I haven't been to Oregon, but or Montana. And when I was a kid, there was a very big show called Grizzly. It was a big show, Grizzly Adams, Tales of Grizzly Adams. And they were based in Montana. I always wanted to go to Montana because of that show. Denmarkian is what we call. Maybe you sophisticated Canadians say Danish, okay? Legacy software issues. Yeah, hopefully mine will be back too. You see, Kelly, we're paying the price for not getting screwed with the fees. They took everybody down they throttled everybody down with sales. And so the people that got really screwed with the fees probably having sales back, and we're next in line. So let's be patient. Hey, Laurie, how you doing? Welcome aboard. Welcome to the show. Yeah, he said, I need postcard. I do. Don't we all? 2 girls picked this guy up at jail. Fraudulent bail. They went out and started hitting mailboxes. Oh, my God. Where are we talking about? Where does this sort of activity take place, Deal Finder? Felt left out? You got to give a thumbs up. Got to give a thumbs up. Got to get your sale. No, this definitely doesn't. Yeah. Coincidence? I think not. That's right. Even if they're hot, you hit the thumbs up. Regardless. Especially during this golden hour of, in this case, 6 to 7. Guaranteed a sale in this first hour. After 6, after 7, tapers off a little bit. The guarantee goes to a probability. Yep, please do get your thumbs up. And yeah, Catherine is kicking butt with a $19 sale to the Denmarkian capital of wherever that is. It is Dreamy Buys. You're right. And it's not just about the thumbs up either. Congrats, congrats. Swiss cheese. Best cheese on earth. Aside from fresh mozzarella, which is actually the world. That's the cheese of the gods. But good aged Swiss is hard to beat. Flavor just oozes out of it. Speaking of flavor, Popeye's Pizza has arrived. Go enjoy it, man. Yeah, Asia, right? Everybody had the T-shirts and the jacket with the scorpion, with the serpent coming out of the water. Sure. Heat of the moment and that. All right, go enjoy your pizza, man. It's funny. No, but it smells a little moldy. They paid. That's a great day. Correct. There you go, deal finder. Pink Floyd. What DVD? Don't tell me it's Pompeii, because I would have bought it. Heat of the moment. No, that whole first album is actually pretty good. It was huge. 83, huge. Dawn was not, to put this in focus for those of you who aren't 12, Dawn wasn't born when the Asia record was big. That is messed up to think about. That really is really messed up. That's right. Falco. Dead too, by the way. Yep. Yes, baby. You send our offers over there. Beautiful, beautiful. Send them out. I heard people, in all seriousness, the sarcasm they're doing right. I don't know what you're talking about, but a bunch of people were talking about the fact that they were not able to send offers to watches. Is anybody plagued by that? That's another thing that did not seem to impact me at all. I had my usual, whatever I have a day. Like the numbers didn't just tail off, and I would send like 20 or something, and then within the next couple of hours, I'd have like another 5 or 6, able to send them. So my offers were not impacted by. I don't know if there's any correlation with the fee thing and the offers, but I heard a bunch of people talking about the fact they were having trouble. They weren't able to send offers out. I'm not sure which one that is, but if it's Dawn, it's a good link. So check it out. Hey, Kristen, how you doing? Tuning in to late afternoon. Okay. Happy late afternoon to you, Rural Squirrel. Go check out Rural Squirrel on the YouTubes as well. Great to have you. Hope you're doing well. The playlist. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely, Deal Finder. Absolutely. You watch the videos. If you sell one ad for $13.19 plus shipping, right? You've made your money back in spades, and you're going to have another 100 ads to sell and list. So, yeah, absolutely. List and sell, I should say. Montana. Going to Montana. Anybody a fan of the legendary, also dead Frank Zappa? He has a great song called Montana. Going to Montana. A leg of lamb in the oven. Oh, where's the rest of them? 70 and 71. They're all good. They're all good. For $1 a piece for a whole magazine, absolutely. 25 miles. My, oh, my. Oh, yeah, I know. A little tranquility. Think you're going to bite the bullet this week on an upgrade from a personal account to a store. Oh, wow. You've been dealing storeless? Yeah. I don't want to spend your money, but to me, it's money absolutely well spent. I can't even remember not. I'm sure a lot of people are in my boat. Can you remember not having a store, folks? Like what? I'm trying to think. Like what? Read it. Kelly's going to say Google it, but from people who may watch and not have a store yet, like I'm trying to remember what the limitations are. Like I guess you don't have a seller hub, obviously, right? Just list items and that's it. I don't remember what it's like to not have a store. How soon they forget? Correct, Dreamy Boss, correct. And I really appreciate it, guys, if you leave one. Kelly has zero energy to list. I think most of us did on Wednesday night when all this was going down. I had planned on listing and I just stopped cold because I'm like, last thing I want to do is add more listings potentially to get screwed up and be charged on erroneously. So I didn't list anything and maybe that has something to do with Thursday, but no, it was just the the traffic just dropped off the table. But I didn't list anything on Wednesday from like, I don't know, noon on or so, which is ridiculous for me. I'm sorry, I just clicked that too fast. Kitsap County, Washington. Okay. Note to self. Don't send mail to Kitsap, Washington. That's really sad. What's the link again for the chat program? You bet your county has several mail thieves. That's crazy. I did sell to Denmark, yes. Cheese, I love. Oh, they do. I gotta admit, I like a little cheese curd action with the gravy. It's good stuff. The boss. Oh, the cover, you mean? No pizza, comma. Did you really? I'm sorry about the 12 that you didn't find, though. But congratulations. That's a good feeling. I know I was really down for those days when mine were gone. I really thought they were gone for good. I'm glad. I mean, you got the lion's share back, but 12 is still stinks. But I'm very happy you were able to get it back. Yep, she wasn't born when the Asia album was out. It's crazy. That's when age. I always talk about this with my wife because she's 9 years younger than me, and not that that's a big deal, especially as we get older. But things like that, again, if I'll say, "Oh, remember this," and she's like, "No, I was 6." That's when it really hits you. And now you got Dawn, who's like 10 years younger than that. It's just insane. But we'll all go through it. What am I going to say? Tuesday was patch Tuesday for Microsoft. Dawn. Shipping. Beautiful. What's up, Cameron? Plokering. You sent a whopping 2. Was that all you had the opportunity to send? I do know a lot of people said that they were way down in the ability to send offers Wednesday and Thursday. You got many new watches, but eBay didn't process the new watches because it didn't give me the choice to send offers. Really? Yeah, a whole bunch of people were talking about that. And for some reason, that didn't catch me. I have no idea. Oh, I know. Oh, please, everybody. How about, we talked about this. Was it, I don't know if it was, no, it wasn't happening. Raquel Welch. I said in a chat, and a certain other young lady who shall remain nameless, who lives up in Massachusetts, says, what is she famous for? I was like, oh my God, Raquel Welch. It's like saying Marilyn Monroe. Who? What? Oh, is that right? I didn't realize it was President's Day already. Does everybody remember when it used to just be Lincoln's birthday and Washington's birthday, and we used to get 2 days off, and then they consolidated it? That bugged me. It still does bug me. President's Day. Just made it a generic thing. Took all the coolness out of it. Let's just call it President's Day. I'm sorry, I'm not sure what you're saying. A pickup. Brown shoes don't make it. I probably need a little more background on that comment. Not quite sure what we're talking about. Welcome, Cameron. Benefits have changed from when you started. I opened the store on day 1, but it was just the basic starter thing. Yeah, I mean, whenever they came out with the stores, I did one pretty early too. I don't remember what like what the limitations are if you don't have a store. I really don't remember. Obviously, you can't do sales or markdowns. I think that's one of the big benefits. But short of that, I'm really not sure. Okay, cool. You sent out software. Any takers though? No change for Lori. Good. Good info. I need to create a calendar with the days they're closed. Gets me sometimes. Yeah. I'd like to think I am, especially when I used to do listing shows all the time. I'm a big fan of that. Even in all the other chats that I watch, I'm always listening. I really am. I'm always listening. Even if I'm just like hanging out and talking with people, and I'm always listening. During the daytime, I'm always listening. Usually have music cranking during the day. The door has to be open, listen for dad, see if he's falling, anything's going on. But when I say cranking, it's just right in front of me. I have some nice bookshelf speakers, so I don't really have to blast it that the whole house hears it. I just make my eardrums bleed. Okay, cool. The Navy buy. You talk about marks? Navy ships. I do love the ship postcards. I love transportation postcards. I love the choo-choos, love the ships. Car ads I like. I haven't seen many car postcards, but I know that I've watched Mark's videos and Popeye's videos. I think both of them have talked about that there are dealerships would not give up. They would issue postcards for like specific dealers, right? Which is supposedly pretty valuable. I haven't come across any though. Oh my goodness. I think no, there's a few older, a lot older, actually, Catherine, that watch our show. Hello, Blue Feather Mercantile. I've been planning for months to start selling bench printers. It's Bobby. Oh, great. Congratulations, man. Good luck to you. Hope you're doing well. Keep us updated on the progress. Keep listening. Be nice to you. Yeah, I am. I think I'm being nice. I could care less. I mean, we've all been young. We've all been old. Well, hopefully we'll all get to the point of being old at one point, right? Makes no difference. We're all the same. It's just weird as time goes by how you don't, to you, I've said this before too. I'm sure Catherine will agree with me. And anybody else who's aged, a lot older than me, hopefully, you feel exactly the same. And you can't remember, like, it doesn't seem like that long ago because it isn't. It's all related to, if you're only 10 years old, a year is 10% of your life. So it seems like a long time, right? When you're 30, it goes down. When you're 50, it goes down. So each time becomes shorter and shorter. So for me, like you say 20 years ago, so I thought 20 years ago. And then when you realize it's 2003, it feels like a couple of years ago. Like it sounds very recent to me. But if you are only 30, that seems like a long time ago. You know what I mean? And if you're 80, you think 1950 wasn't that long ago to you because it's not. It's all perspective. At least that's what I think. Who knows? Who cares, actually? 900 listings for Jim? Holy cow. Over half of a postcard, half of your store's postcards. Very, very good. Congratulations. On MTV, yeah. I saw Asia live, 83. They were, a flash in the pan. It was really Yes, obviously, members of Yes, and Emerson, Lake and Palmer, right? The singer died, by the way, a couple years ago. That was a shocking death. But they were huge for just this little bit of time. Ew, says Dreamy Vibes. Seriously, Mark, isn't it? It's amazing. You just feel the same. Like you don't feel very different. Time just keeps racing by, and the longer you live, the shorter time becomes. Right, Lori? Tell it like it is. Preach to these snot-nosed kids that are watching our show. Oh, yeah, what is yours, Dawn? Get ready for Mark is going to insert some kind of funny joke, Moose Day or something, right? Igloo Day. Can't get enthused by listing. Really? I do. Yeah, that's true. I think it's contagious almost if you watch certain programs or if you listen. My big thing is this is again, I've mentioned this before, it's just me. Everyone's different. People have different techniques they use. I don't have, it's not that I can't. If I'm listing a bunch of postcards, a bunch of print ads, a bunch of rocks, I don't care what I'm listing, right? If I'm going to be laser focused, I'm going to list today. I'm going to list for the next couple hours. I can't have like a video going on over here because I'm going to keep watching the video. Like, so I just put music on, or I put, mostly music. That's what I usually do. I'll just listen to music, this way I'm not visually distracted by anything. And it's just kind of in the background, pleasant stuff. And it really makes time go quick. Or I will put on like certain shows during the day. I watch almost every morning, 8:30. I watch Johnny come on, and he has like an hour and a half show with a bunch of other resellers that come in and chat. So I'll have that playing in the background, but I don't watch it usually. I'll check in once in a while. Matt's ship show, I kind of just listen in the background and hear the shipping activities taking place. It's true. It just inspires you to keep going and get into it. And now with this other thing that a lot of us have been joining in on, chatting during the day, it's basically on 24 hours a day, and people are writing and sending things. It's all part of the activity to me. So again, usually I'll just have some kind of nice music playing in the background, get a pile of postcards, bang them out. It's just common sense. How can anybody expect to do anything if you're constantly being distracted by things? We all know what our weaknesses are as far as those distractions. Maybe for some people, music is too much. I have to have a totally quiet. My wife is like that. She has to have quiet to do anything. That's fine. I am enthused to list. Maybe I'm a fool. I like listing because I know what listing does. Listing makes you sell stuff. Zappa, Montana. Going to Montana. Karen knows 800 could be daily sales if the right list times listed. Lost it. Don't lost it them. I know, I'm kidding. Yeah, I don't know that there's a magic number for anything anymore. It really does. The dreaded line, which is the ultimate t-shirt, it's what you sell. It is what you sell. If you have an endless supply of iPhones to put up for sale at $500-$600 a clip, you could have one sale a day and do fine. It depends on what you sell. The horny toad, of course, the dreaded horny. In fact, that's what I thought would be in my care package from Chicagoland. Just listed a troop transportation ship. Very cool. I like the ship cars. They look really nice. You might have been one in a previous life already. Who knows, Mark? Navy cars regularly. Very nice niche. Yeah, that is a cool niche. Hey, Florida Man Jim. Welcome aboard, man. Great to have you. We're closing in on our first hour, so if you haven't, a lot of people have, but if you haven't left a thumbs up yet, I'd really appreciate it. On a serious note, just for enjoying the show. But on a secondary note, if you'd like to get a sale in the next 5 minutes now, leave that thumbs up. You just heard a spring reverb, did you really? Gonna hit 19,000 because of Jim. There you go. Does everybody agree with that? I mean, I'm sure we all have our philosophies as far as like what we like to do when we're listing. If you're the type of person that needs some sort of other stimulation, like auditory or visual or whatever, or tell your mom to come down and do jumping jacks, whatever you got to do. I'm curious to see what everybody else does, but that's my thing. I just put on I loved my first record I ever bought was a Three Dog Night, Shambhala, the one with Shambhala on it. Love Three Dog Night. Thank you, Ansley. Emerson Lake and Palmer. I can't tell you how many concerts I saw, and the thing was usually blew off the opening acts. One of my favorite, Steve Ray Vaughan opened for Robert Plant on the Now and Zen tour in '88 at the Meadowlands, and he'd been out for a few years because he had this stuff with Bowie, but I saw him like 10 times, Steve Ray Vaughan. And that first time we opens for Plant, and the place was all Zeppelin fans, obviously. And we usually like hang out in the parking lot and then go in. And all right, there's an opening band. Let's see who it is. I didn't realize Steve Ray was opening, so we missed like the first few minutes, and we were just like mouth ajar. He did Voodoo Child, the Hendrix song, and it's just outrageously great. Kidding around. It does. 19,000 of what though? New Hampshire car just sold. What's the sell-through on New Hampshire? That's bottom of the barrel, isn't it? I know Popeye's basically no offense to anybody who lives there, but anti-New England postcards. That's why they always show up in his whatnots. That's why I have 10,000 Massachusetts cards. But they've been selling. We've been doing a Tuesday listing show on Angie Resells. Yes, you try to get 10 done during that time. I did see a couple of those. That's a really cool idea. And you do a mishmash of items, right? I know Kristen's really, I don't want to pigeonhole you, but mostly like a clothing gal, right? I don't know if you do postcards or anything like that or ephemera, but that's a cool idea. Yeah, check out those shows. And then she has that lunchtime chat show. I'm sorry, it escapes my name, but put it in there if you want, Kristen. The Let's Do Lunch podcast. Yeah, I know. Hey, they don't want to sail. 2 New Hampshire cards. Get out. You did bookkeeping for a bowling alley and blasted music, and you did. That is, first of all, what a unique job. Bookkeeping in a bowling alley. That is really cool. My God, I haven't bowled in 40 years. Easily 40 years. Maybe more. You hit on the way out. There you go. New Hampshire was in the news recently because it was 100 on top of a negative 100. Okay, gotcha. What's up, Jay Smith? Welcome to the show. Negative 100 is cold. I don't care how you quantify or how you calculate that temperature. It's cold. Until I got too quick and started losing money. Too quick. Okay, gotcha. Bowling alley. So cool. Oh, Kelly, I'm sorry. You'll get it, man. I think we're just in the doghouse. We're in the eBay doghouse. Kelly and I, a few other people that are still mired with lousy sales numbers these last couple of days. After doing fine up until that point. That's what's frustrating. All of November was doing nice, you know? It's all right. I know it'll come back. It's okay. 6,000 is your threshold. I really think it depends on what you sell, guys. I mean, to each their own. 6,000 what? If you have 6,000 pairs of socks up, I don't know if you're going to be selling consistently. It depends on what the 6,000 things are, I think. Now, I will say with postcards, without question, you need to get a certain number up to sell consistently. I would imagine that's very true. Print ads, certainly true too, because those things are definitely volume, numbers, game-driven products. But there's people out there that sell other stuff that have less than 1,000 listings and make a fortune. So it really depends on what you sell. But for ephemera, I would say you're right. I think it's a volume game. And Kristen likes silence when she works. Perfect. Exactly. Everybody has their own philosophies. I like music, and I'm not going to crank Asia, but I'll even put on some of that sappy, like there's some channels on YouTube. It's like coffee jazz or something like that. It's just like, soft piano with a little stand-up bass going. Perfectly fine to me. Get some listings up. There you go. I could do it in silence too, honestly, but I just like music, so it's an opportunity to listen to a little bit of music. You listen right now? There you go. There you go, Keith. Well said. I like listing during shows, talking about listing, or just talking about eBay or reselling in general. Same with me. So I will mix it up. I'll put on some of those live shows, kind of just have them playing and list during. No problem listings. 20 listings, but only 100 a day. 100 a day can take motivation. Depends on what you're listing, too. That's another truism. Depends on what you're listing. Postcards are so fast, especially with the wonderful program known as 6-bit. But even before 6-bit, they're so easy to list and quick to list per item. 100 is like child's play with postcards. Whereas 100 blouses or 100 pairs of shoes or 100, it's going to take a lot more time. If you have to read something, it has to be silent and white noise. Really, that's interesting. Otherwise, your mind focuses on whatever the audio is or the video is, I guess. That makes sense. Jim says if he's doing repetitive listing, you have YouTube or TV. If I'm doing research photos, you have classical or jazz. There you go. Brain music, right? Music for the brain. One of the best, without question. Probably the best pure blues guitarist. I think he blows away Hendrix. Truth be told, I hate to say it. And that was his idol. He blows Hendrix away. Hendrix was great and innovative, as Jeff Beck was incredibly innovative. Steve Ray Vaughan is pure blues, like just oozes the blues, and incredible tone, incredible feel. Great singer. Wonderful singer, Stevie Ray. Something he doesn't get a lot of credit for, nor did Hendrix. Hendrix wasn't a great singer, but I liked his voice. But Stevie Ray actually has a beautiful voice, very soulful, very powerful. Great shows. I at least 10 times I saw him. Saw him at the Benson and Hedges Blues Festival with his brother, Jimmy, where John Lee Hooker opened up the show. That was a great show, man. Benson and Hedges Blues Festival in New York City. You list every day with a reseller YouTube video in the background. Exactly. Barbara listens to true crime podcasts. Okay. Whatever occupies your mind and makes it more productive. Everybody. That's another thing. My wife, believe it or not, who worked in a funeral home for a while, she does the same thing. She listens to like murder trials and, whodunit kind of stuff all the time. She finds that relaxing. He was great. New Hampshire's 4%. That's got to be pretty low. Absolutely, man. Idaho is 9. You don't come across Idaho very often. At least I don't. I'm still waiting for that magical chart. I know you're working on it on your coffee thing. I'll be in there with bells on to get that. True crime. Yeah, maybe. And how are you going to list if you're watching a true crime? Just me. If you're watching or listening to a true crime thing, you're going to want to see the whole whodunit thing, and you kind of have to hang on all the words to follow what's going on, right? How are you going to list during that? It just seems like pretty much the worst. Royal puts it plain and simply, I sell everything. God bless. Jackass, welcome to the show. He is Lursting. New Hampshire and Connecticut don't do well for me, but the rest of New England does, yeah? Massachusetts. I have a bunch of Massachusetts. Probably, what would be a great, I don't know if there's any way to really quantify this, but I wonder what the most produced, like postcards from what state are the most produced? Like, is Massachusetts one of the highest produced postcard states? Alice Cooper, yeah. It's funny you mentioned Alice Cooper because there's most people know I'm in a Beatlemania band, and there's a fan of ours who comes to almost every show that she's within flying distance of within a day. She goes to every show with her husband. Sweet as pie, really nice people. They always sit right up front. And she is an Alice Cooper fanatic, absolute fanatic. It was his birthday a couple weeks ago. We were doing a show. She got up and started singing happy birthday to Alice Cooper in the middle of a show. I have not seen Alice Cooper. I know he's a good golfer. He's going to have a spreadsheet. I don't want to speak out of turn here, but he's going to have a spreadsheet available. I know he's working on some stats, which would really be a huge benefit. Pretty well at Maine, Massachusetts, and Connecticut. Maine, yeah, Maine's another one. I have a lot of Maine too. Finally got your stereo views listed. Next up, a lot of slides. Slides are good stuff. Labor intensive. There you go. Right. So getting 100 of those listed a day, that's an accomplishment. Postcards, child's play. Do 100 postcards easily in 2 hours, probably less. If you really just wanted to plow through and do them. I'm not talking about 100 real photos that require 20 minutes of investigation per card, but if you're just listing your typical Massachusetts courthouse in Massachusetts and, $5, $6, just put them up, you can plow through 100 in no time. Yeah, that document is going to be really cool. This guy who sells electronics and he rarely has more than 2,000 items listed. Oh, yeah, I know. Exactly. Totally depends on what you sell, as they say. Yep. That's why I don't think there really is a magic number. Like if you get 5,000 listings, you're going to sell something every day. It depends on what the 5,000 things are. Within our ephemera realm, I know, I don't just agree. I know it's a numbers game. And the more you have up, you'll sell more a day, right? It's just common sense. But the people that sell certain electronics and very popular sneakers and all that stuff that are just searched for relentlessly, they don't have to have a lot of inventory up to make money, and they sell quickly. They don't hold on. Ephemera is a long tail game. We have shelves of stuff. Some of those guys that sell that stuff, they don't even need a shelf. They sell it before they could list it. It depends on what you list. But of course, there's a lot of risk with that. It's scams and returns. So it's all whatever you choose. Fun and entertaining things. I like that. I like the way that's worded. Consistent sales when you hit 5,000 to 6,000. Cool. And you're saying, and I know you're primarily a postcard guy. What was the other thing you were into, Mark? Toys, like figurines and stuff. I think you said you were into pretty heavily. So when you say that, are you saying 5,000 to 6,000 postcards for us postcard enthusiasts? Listing old Viewmaster. Oh man, Viewmaster. 20 stereo views a year ago. Haven't sold one. Classical music, yeah, no opera. Distracted by the screeching voices. I agree. Classical music. I have, if I'm sure a lot of people have the Alexa thing or whatever. We have it in the kitchen. We have an Alexa in the kitchen, and when I'm doing stuff in the kitchen, if I cook, for those who don't know, I'm the cook also, and I bake. I make cookies. I make dough. My wife decorates them. I'll say, Alexa, play Baroque music. That's the key. Baroque, Bach, all that kind of stuff in the background. Very, very conducive to doing activities. But I agree with the harshness of opera can be a little bit much. You're finding diecast is leading to daily sales. Wow, that's interesting. Very cool. Oh, there's so many different things out there to get into. 100 a day for postcards is not child's play. It'd be nice. No, I'm not saying it's not a lot, but it's not hard to do. It's very, very doable, as opposed to doing 100 pairs of shoes or whatever. It's much, much easier than doing that. I think it's easy. 100 a day. You have to have the cards, which is my next dilemma. 100 a day is 500 a week, 700 a week. I hope you don't drink Papa. I think you mean Pap. What's up, Ryan? How you doing? That spell check will get you every time, man. You sell maybe 2 to 3 a month. It's not really a content with star reviews. I'm just getting the hang of them after 2 years of selling them. I know Matt's still relatively new in postcards too, a couple of years. Pap. Yeah, but again, you have a day job too, so your time is much more limited. 100 a day if you're home all day is very simple. Postcards, not everything else. Hey, Andrew, how you doing? Welcome to the show. One of the weirder little icon things you'll ever see. It looks like a cricket or something. I think we talked about this at one time. You got to tell me. It's not blood. It looks like blood, but it's not. It's like a cricket licking raspberry syrup or something like that. Welcome to the show, Andrew. Build up back stock. Consistently hit 100 when you have the stock to do it. Yep. Yeah, I like that approach. List as soon as you buy. Right, so stuff doesn't build up. That's so cool. A podcast. So you're just listening to the goings on of some criminal activity? You crank through US postcards go pretty quickly. Uh-oh. Hang on. Can you still hear me, everybody? Somebody probably called me. Hang on. Who goes there? Can you guys still hear me? Please let me know if you can hear me. I didn't unplug anything. Okay, you can hear me. No, somebody called and my camera froze. Hold on, hang on. I got to put it on do not disturb mode. Sorry about that. Testing. Sorry about that, everybody. Somebody calls when you're using your phone and it freezes up your camera, turns off your camera. Massachusetts and Florida. I turned the heat off. I had the portable heater on. And I'm doing some frying right now. That's a dream. Tourism places. We do not have a lot of tourist places in Massachusetts, so I could see us having a lot, probably highest Boston, eastern part. Yeah, I had so many. I just plowed through hundreds of the Massachusetts stuff. No offense to anybody in Massachusetts. I like the place, but good riddance to Massachusetts postcards. I'm sick of them. Keep typing the same towns over and over and over. New Hampshire compared to Florida on border card. Very true. Good point. Good point. Do I have a video on 6-bit? No, I don't have a dedicated video. I've been talking about it a lot in recent months. Happy to put one together if anybody sees any benefit. We did, if you look back, if Dawn is so inclined, maybe she'll find it. I don't know if even Dawn could find this, but there was a show a while ago where I did some listing on 6-bit. If you really want, I'll tell you what, if you want to see a video on 6-bit, go to Popeye's Postcards, his Thanksgiving 4-hour extravaganza on Thanksgiving Day. Just look for his video. It says like Thanksgiving. It says Thanksgiving in the title, so maybe just search for Thanksgiving. Well, anyway, he did a 4-hour listing frenzy all on 6-bit and kind of talked about 6-bit a little bit as well. So if you want to just kind of get a high-level overview of what it's like and everything, I definitely recommend you check out Popeye's Postcards on YouTube and look for that Thanksgiving video. Yeah, there's a lot of mean postcards. Absolutely. That's a great idea, Jay Smith. What state has the most postcards listed? That's a very good idea. I don't know if that necessarily means that's the one that produced the most, but it's probably goes along that line anyway. Squirrel, you love Grizzly, True Crime, and Unsolved No More. Listening to the Alec Murdaugh trial. Interesting. You might not be just doing something on. Yeah, but again, it depends on what your depends on what your listings are. 330,000 listings. Number one. Not really a big surprise. Yes, postcards. Bye, Lori. Heading to the post office. Always forget she's out west. It's still afternoon. It's always afternoon out west. And I'm not kidding. Have a great one, Lori. Have a good weekend. What's up, Eric? How you doing? Welcome to the show. The more listing up, the more sales. Yeah, that's right. You list, you sell. 540,000 for New York. Wow. It's actually a lot more. So obviously the most touristy Florida's got to be up there, you would think. I'm sure Texas is up there because it's Texas. Or the most populous states, obviously, would probably be pretty common. So New York postcards, I put up maybe one or two. When you say New York, you mean the city or you mean the state? Because there's definitely a distinction. I've been selling like Adirondack, upstate New York State stuff, Adirondack cards with some frequency. The ones that are in Manhattan, again, it's almost like it's the Niagara Falls syndrome. It's like the Brooklyn Bridge on a postcard. I mean, give me a break. You know, Statue of Liberty. There's trillions of them out there. That's the problem, I think. You sell whatever you rescue. Milk bottle caps. Wow. $350 for a slow cooker. There you go. Absolutely. The price is right for you, too. 160 from 6,000. Yeah, I know you're doing a fire sale. To whittle down to just, what did I unplug now? Oh, that was from my camera went out now. Phone rang. Thank you. Can hear, not say, no problem. Let me get out of this. Who's in the ICU? Elon. I thought you said Elton was trying to call me. I'm like, again? Yes, you have to. Okay, that's the 6-bit. Yeah, check that out for sure. Anybody who's interested in like just seeing 6-bit in action. Yep, great stuff. Yeah, see the lights. Thank you for bringing that up. Oh, a couple of months ago, I talked about this podcast thing. I had it all set up too. I just haven't launched it yet. But yeah, I'm thinking about doing that. I know a lot of people like to just listen. Yeah, thank you for reminding me. I have two prepped, and this thing Anchor, which is the site that I downloaded and set up an account with. I have to push them out. Vintage toys, very cool, very popular category to sell in. You would get roasted if you did a listed video. Vintage action figures. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Less is more. That's right. It may be weird, but you have Alexa play Country Christmas Station. That's cool. Unique and annoying, but effective. There you go. Exactly. I like originality. I think it's a good trait in all aspects of life. Just got an archive of letters sent to someone in the Army during World War II. Letters to him from family. Very cool. That's a nice, really nice activity to do right there, Andrew. Very cool. Yeah, to sell, absolutely, to sell as a collection. Yeah, all complete, documented, maybe like chronological order and all. Plausible chasm. That's the stain on the pristine world of postcard collecting. Plausible chasm. Yeah, sure. Again, they're just so popular, you know. So not New York City hotels. Yeah, some of the hotels do well, especially if it's like the opening of a very famous hotel, you know, or early version of a hotel, or hotels that don't exist anymore, which there's a lot of. Yep, I love hotel cards, actually. Eric needs to get a new video out. Then just put on some country Christmas classics and get to filming. Make you guys look good. That's funny. Lodges is a good word too, yeah. Oh, wow, did I catch up? Holy cow, I caught up, everybody. Got my son writing me. Did I really? Oh my God, I'm looking at a picture in another forum right now of some food that I didn't notice before. I don't really know what I'm looking at. Some kind of noodle product. But anyway, it looks very good. As we discussed at the opening of the show, I inhaled a little bit of shrimp and broccoli. The majority of it is still upstairs to consume after the show. But I had to have something to eat. I was so hungry. The best expense ever is buying more envelopes. That's true. Or shipping labels. I like buying shipping labels. I mean, that's a good thing. You're so 12 years old. You're a year older than Dawn. Oh, but seriously. Thai food. Okay. Yeah. I didn't see the picture when it was posted a little ago. I was probably eating at the same time. It's kind of funny. Isn't Thai very spicy or very hot? I don't think I've ever had Thai food, but I thought that was like their MO was very spicy. Thai styled lo mein. Ah, yes, Keith, I say. Was it yummy? What is that lettuce on the side? Like wilted, or is it chicken? There's like some kind of, can't tell if that's meat or like wilted lettuce on the side with a red pepper and some kind of shrubbery on top. Noodles look good though. I got some shrimp and broccoli, got an egg roll, went nuts and got an egg roll. Of course, with the egg roll, we all know what you need to do is get some duck sauce for the egg roll, apply it on thickly, and inhale. It can be, just depends. Okay. Yeah, I thought Thai was like, that was one of its things. It's notorious for being pretty hot. So what is going on for the weekend, everybody? Any goals as far as listing? Anybody going out and sourcing over this weekend? We're in cleaning mode. We're going on a trip next week. So I'll be gone for a week. I'll let everybody know before that, but I will not be. Maybe I'll do a remote from the trip. That would actually be kind of fun, but don't think I'm not going to have the Monday and Friday shows. Let me give you the dates. I'm going to miss 2 Mondays and 1 Friday. I leave on the 26th, which is a Sunday. I come back March 5th, a Sunday. So like a Monday and a Friday next week, I will not be here, but maybe I'll do a remote in. But so we're doing a lot of housework and stuff this weekend. Not going to be outsourcing. But once we get back from our trip, we're going to do the double date thing that somebody mentioned earlier. And then I'm going to try to hit some estate sales. I love estate sales in March and April. I don't know why. It's just something we always seem to do well, my wife and I, in early spring. At estate sales in this area. And now that I'm into postcards, which I never was before, now I'll be on the lookout. I don't think there's going to be tons of postcards at estate sales, but you never know. You can certainly get magazines, which I mentioned many times in my my print ad series. I mentioned that's one of the great sourcing places for old magazines is estate sales. We get tons of them. So I'll probably be on the lookout for some from magazines and for some old photos and general ephemera stuff at the estate sales. So that'll be coming up. And I'll probably do a bunch of videos now that I've done a lot more videos than I've been out for a year or so now and whatnot on YouTube, which is hard to believe, but I will do some more remote style videos. Hope you guys enjoy those. Not to a nauseating degree, just a couple, when we go out. I think it's fun to do that once in a while. I kind of see people out in the wild and look what they're looking at and all that stuff. But I'm looking forward to that. But I'll be out of commission for about a little over a week. In about a week. Like next Friday, whatever that date is, will be the last live show until I do have a calendar in front of me. I will not even be on Friday because I have the show up in Newport. So Monday the 20th, we'll do a show. Maybe I'll do one on Wednesday or Thursday. We'll do one more show. I will not be in town next weekend. I'll be up in New England, actually. And then we go right away on the cruise on the next day. It's going to be a very busy couple of days for me, everybody. From the 24th until March 6th, basically. It's like a 5-hour drive up to the show. We have a room, thank God. And then we're coming home on the 25th, and then 26th is the cruise. And I'll be gone until March 6th. So I'll be back. And then the following Friday, I have another Beatles show. The Beatles shows are starting to pick up now, especially March when spring starts and summer. We're constantly playing. So anyway, I'll keep you posted. But anyway, I'm going to be out for a little bit this coming week. The 20th will probably be the last show until early March. But I guess maybe I will do some kind of remote. I think that would be kind of cool. Assuming we have Wi-Fi. I don't even know. Talking lo mein. Mark would list faster if you could turn off that spell check red line. It's really good. Yes, that was checking. Okay. Montown was not pictured. That's all right. Yeah, I'm very dissatisfied with not dissatisfied. I'm just not satiated yet. It was tasty. I just need a lot more of it. Local spot. There you go. Bottle show tomorrow. Thanks. Yeah, I think, didn't you talk about that? The bottle shows have postcards, right? Kelly's going to go to a local spot and load up. That's awesome. Oh, Kelly, do you want to speak at all about your terrible experience with that postcard lot you picked up a couple of days ago? I know you were mentioning it. It's up to you if you want to mention it, but that stinks. We talk about, disappointing when you're a buyer of something. Kelly has a story. Oh, I despise cilantro. I hate that flavor. I'm sorry. I'm not saying anything wrong with it. I just don't like it personally. Hate cilantro. Have store duty on Sunday in the Vintage Mall where you have a booth. All right, cool. Mark is going to pay for a spot at the flea market. $90 for the year. Have a trailer full to sell this year. Very cool, man. Blue Feather Mercantile bought 60 magazines today for $100, 36 to 52. Collier's Saturday Evening Post, Life. And look, awesome, man. Congratulations. Are you ripping them up? Hope you're ripping them up. Don't sell the magazines. You'll lose money. Can't stand cilantro. Holy horny toads. Yeah, that's very nicely done. Is it still afternoon over there, Joe? It's always afternoon where Joe lives. Always afternoon. It could be midnight here. It's afternoon. How about all those Australian, a couple of channels have a lot of Australian viewers, and they always come in at 7 o'clock at night and say good morning. That makes me laugh. Hoping to sell you extra stuff at a yard sale on your property. Oh, cool. At a flea market, you're not responsible for your customers. Yeah, that's very true. The one that just reserves my spot. $20. So, and you said you have a truckload of stuff, huh? What are you bringing over? You're still getting rid of stuff off of Etsy too, right? Yep, that sounds like a great find. Bottle show in Tampa tomorrow. Cool. What's up, postcard guy? How you doing? Going to Tampa. Still up in the air. You're giving him till the current estimated delivery date. All right. Yeah, but it's still a shame. Like, there's no reason for that kind of nonsense. Next Thursday. It's a long wait, right? You paid a lot of money too. Yeah, it's up to Cal if he wants to talk about it. He picked up some stuff and he's got major delays with shipping. Arriving time. Hey, Craven Cards, how you doing? Estate sale near you, cool. And antique store looking for some cool magazine, toys, and cards. Awesome. That sounds like a great weekend. Craven Cards. Good luck. Nice. Nice, Mark. Hello to you, postcard guy. Here's the story. Kelly bought 2 lots of military cards, $600. That was on Ephemerama Day, right? Part mail, but he sent it FedEx ground. That's just a idiotic move. It's going to be as we wait for part 2. He's typing part 2, everybody. Just on a minute. Any minute now. It's a coming. Anybody know any good jokes? Oh, here we go. An extra one's 2 weeks. No, it doesn't. You still at $600. That's a shame, man. You better get your stuff. And that was on Whatnot, right, Kelly? Whatnot. That was on the Paperpalooza day on Whatnot. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's a very long wait. It sounds like somebody in Canada. That's a typical day for Catherine and poor old Dawn Wright. Yeah, that is some not cool actions right there. What's up with sending it FedEx when he said he was doing a priority? First of all, that's the first problem. What's the only bees that produce milk? Cow bees? Oh, it was eBay. Okay. Paid last Sunday. Man, that's not cool. Can you share his store name so we could be away? Yeah. Oh, wow. You have to ship things at the service. Exactly. That's selling 101, right? What's up with that? Saying you're going to get priority mail and boobies. Da-da-bum-ba-ba. Dawn is a laugh a minute. It is a lot of money. And this is one of those cases where, for me, it's not just the money. Of course, it's a lot of money, but I'm sure he wants his 600 postcards that he spent the time to find and wants them. If I spent, not that I would, but if I spent $500 on an album I really want, and it's in Denmark or wherever I'm being shipped to me, and they do something like that, I'd be irate. What if I've been looking for years for this specific record or whatever, something that I collect and I enjoy, and now it's gone? I'd be pretty mad. Sometimes it's more than the money. Yeah, FedEx is brutal. Supposedly, videos allege that they're brutal. We very rarely get FedEx stuff in this area. It's all UPS and post office basically around me. I never see like a Federal Express truck drive by. Almost never. Maybe that's why. Because the MO is pretty lousy. You sent him a lengthy email outlining the proper way to handle shipping something. That's right. Yeah, don't downgrade. He said he was new. Yeah. I couldn't blame you for doing that. Reputation could be ruined in seconds nowadays with throw somebody's name out there and say, don't buy from X, and it could really do damage to you as a seller. I'm sorry if anybody hears booming bass sound right now. That would be my father blasting something right above me, and the bass is jarring. Matt's baseball ships Federal. Oh, does he really? Yeah, that's funny. I guess maybe they did come around because I bought a couple of I bought the dividers from that site and some sleeves too. Yeah, so true. You're out the money, it's tied up, and you can't get anything else, and you're out product. Very good point. Screwed doubly. Yeah, I mean, what I do, I ordered two things. I ordered the postcard dividers, and I purchased the sleeves, and sure, they were here really quickly. Where is he based out of? Do you remember what state? Wherever it was. You don't hear any background bass? Okay, cool. Good evening, Peddling Prophets. How are you? Welcome to the show. Live in your parents' basement. No, we take care of my dad, who's elderly and has Parkinson's and dementia and all that stuff. If you must know, Mike. No, I'm only kidding. He lives in my living room, actually. That's the difference. Drove down to Nashville. There you go. I don't know this saga with whoever Susan is. Kelly, you paid USPS incentive. Yeah, exactly. What's going on there? The peanuts? Oh, he's in New York. No wonder it got to me so fast. You can drive there in an hour. Duane? He's in New York. Yeah, that's why it was so fast for shipping for me. Asked how he managed to mix that up. He got no response. Of course not. If you dropped it in their cart because the counter would have rejected it. I don't know. It just sounds really... Oh, yeah. Papa Flip It. Papa Flip It is rocking out. It's not music. It's like Actually, it's funny. You guys are all talking about the crime stuff. He watches that kind of stuff, like NCIS or whatever. He watches that stuff, and all you hear is doom, doom at this at this time of night, right over my head. The TV is right there. Here's the cable. TV is right there. What you gonna do? Let him enjoy it. You're in Texas. It arrives in 2 days less. Cool. Yeah, for New York. I mean, it's really fast for me. You ordered sleeves and some boards and top loaders, different sizes of shelves, etc. So the box was full of packing peanuts. Oh, really? No, mine weren't. I just had like a, I don't know, regular little box. Yeah, products are great. Can you imagine what post office employees did to a FedEx package? Yeah, really. Yeah, they're just a lot of inconsistencies in this story, Kelly. I don't know. Guy sounds like a cod to me. Asked him this morning why he couldn't just go to the post office, pick it up, drop it off at FedEx. Yeah, that's a good point. No good. Something's going on there. More to the story. Everybody get their sales? We're an hour and a half in. Switzerland cheese. That's my big sale for the show so far. 1929. Happy to sell stuff. You ever think about what it takes for somebody like, I'm just going to use this thing as an example. Somebody went into Google or eBay and typed 1920s Swiss cheese advertisement. Like, you know what I mean? Like who does that? Apparently somebody does because they bought this. It's sort of remarkable to me sometimes with some of the stuff we sell and like what the topics are, what the titles like. That was a proactive effort put in by somebody to go, sitting there tonight, eating their Chinese food or whatever. You know what I need in my life? I need a Swiss cheese ad. That's what I need from the 20s. It's hysterical to think that somebody took the time to write that and find my ad for $15. I expect he's trying to screw you. Yes. Yeah, that's exactly right. They won't do anything until the expected delivery time, which is always like pushed out so far. Yeah, cool, man. Definitely let us know. Nothing for Purple Socko. I'm sorry about that. You need bags and boards for 40s Life magazines. What should you get? Check out my video. All about that stuff. The bags, there's links below for the bags that I use below the video. I don't board them. I put them in rigid mailers. But you can check out the links below or check out my videos on shipping. I have a whole series about print ads, and there's a video dedicated just to shipping. No sale for CJ. That's not cool. Well, Kelly, I expected us to get nothing. Although I got one. Ritz Cracker print ad. Same thing. Somebody took the time to type Ritz Cracker. Congratulations. Yeah, me too. I'm hoping for more too. But it's been really slow since Wednesday. Are you asking me or all the other people? Did mine sell? Let me see. Good question, Jay Smith. I got another feedback. Beautiful ad. Many thanks for a Philco refrigerator ad featuring Alice in. Oh, that really was a cool ad. It had Alice in the Wonderland on a Philco refrigerator ad, pre-Disney Alice in Wonderland. This sale came by virtue of awaiting shipment. Of course, yeah. No, it did not come as promoted. I saw the green things. It was sold my 20% off promotion. No, not promoted on this guy. The Swiss cheese ad. Sold tonight at 441. What is 441? 641. But no, not promoted, Jay Smith. On that guy. Nothing yet. Sorry about that, man. You'll get it. Promoted 2.5. Congratulations. You sold a postcard. Congratulations, Barbara. Don't unlike the show. I don't think that works. Trying to trick the system just leads to bad things. Now you're going to get a return. See the lights? Come on. 2%. Yeah, you really don't need. Again, everybody could do what they want. I've never had an issue. I get rave reviews for my shipping, and I put them in a very rigid mail. It's again down below if you want to check out the exact items. You could take a look at them or check out my video. Not a thing, Popeye. We just talked about what was it Taiwanese or Thailand? I forgot what it was. Taiwanese noodles, how they could be spicy or not spicy. Kelly told the story of his postcard lot that's in limbo. He's waiting for. He'll fill us in with the blanks. I sold an ad because I gave myself a like. Go through hobby supplies from most bags. Well, that's a good idea. Yours is organic. You don't promote anything. Get out. Did you really? You want to see how I ship? Oh, you sell shit. If you really did buy it, thank you very much. You sold to Philco Alice? Yeah, Philco Alice is a good ad. It was a 2-pager too. You have a copy of 2 ads you just sold. Pink phone and fridge. Oh yeah, I just sold. Oh, very cool. We'll get them up, man. That's cool. Yeah, you're going to see. I mean, if you start doing this stuff and you get, similar magazines to what I have, you're going to come across a lot of these ads. And there's some repetition during the course, especially of a year. Like I forgot what year it was, 59. If you go through a whole series of 19, there's 4, with Life magazine, there's 4 issues a month, right? So you're going to get 48 issues a year. You're going to see some repetition. Like if you have a May issue and a June issue, you might very well see the same ad across, but it's not, not terrible. Almost everything I have is unique. It's current issue, no brand new seller you've dealt with. He had a 96%. Oof. Yeah. It's about to go down to 94% after he deals with you, right? I know, that's what I was saying. It's just funny that somebody would take the time to go Swiss cheese. That's right. You get a return if you try to finagle. What's up, Erica? How are you? You just sold a book on Etsy. Congratulations to Erica Noor. Great to have you. I very much appreciate it. Oh, did you really? Okay, cool. Long time no see. Yeah, long time no see. You sandwich your Life magazines between cardboard after your bag and then throw them in a poly bag. There you go. Different ways to skin a cat, as the old proverb goes. Proverb. Lurking, watching the live shows after airing every time it's happening. I've been too busy. I'm glad you're around tonight and that you were able to catch a live. Good night, Jeff. Hope you're doing well. Go take care of Mom. Have a good weekend. Yeah, seriously, there's different methods. I'm just showing you what I do. You can do whatever you want. But the way I've been doing it for a while seems to work really well for me. I always get happy, satisfied customers. So that's what really does matter most to me. Whoever wants that Swiss cheese ad, they want that Swiss cheese ad. Whoever wants that postcard that they're buying from you guys, they want that postcard, Kelly wants his postcards. I want my records. And I want them to come safely. Yes, Mark. That was nothing that came up in our little chat thing. Mary Martin auction coming up. Of course, that's next weekend when I'm going to be up in New England. But as I said in the chat, I'm like, well, I could bring my iPad and just, I can't do it Saturday because that's the day I'm playing. Oh, Friday I'm playing, right? Yeah, Friday, 24th. Saturday I could do it, though, because we're just going to be in a hotel until I drive all the way back home. So I'll definitely have that playing. I signed up for it. So I created an account or whatever on her page. Doing less and less promoted. Too many unique vintage items. Sure. Yeah, I wasn't going to bring that up, but hey, since Mark opened the bag. You too, Karen. Have a great night, and thanks for coming in. What's up, Swan Picker? How are you? CJ Gordon is here. He's made a couple of appearances. April 1st. That's right. April 1st is a postcard show. Right? It's on the 1st. Hold on. Let me go to the handy dandy calendar once again as we jump ahead. April 1st, postcard show in the city of New York. I will be there. Karen might be there, I hope. I don't know if Popeye's going to that one, but I'm definitely going to go to that one. Mrs. Lippert will be joining me on April Fool's Day, of course, for a trip to the big city. Postcards show. Let everybody answer. I don't. Doesn't mean you can't. Doesn't mean you won't. CJ is here. He's raised his hand. He's here. Mary Martin, April 1st. That's right. Oh, really? Papa, are you going up to the New York show on April 1st? If so, we could you could take a ride if you want to cut your ride in half. I'm kind of familiar with New York, you know. 2 more ship sales. Very good, man. Congratulations, Mark. And April 1st is Jackie Jack's wife's birthday. Happy early birthday. No, CJ is always here. Always on duty too. USS California, sure. Listing? Did you miss something? Nope. I think she just missed your couple of comments. Just want to make sure all was well in CJ land. Roll call. Yeah, exactly. It's not on your bucket list. Okay. Well, I'm going up for sure. I just want to check it out. Never had asked for feedback. Yeah, I don't know. There's different schools of thought. For some stupid reason, apparently if you do that, you might get some wise guy that purposely leaves you bad feedback because you bothered them to ask for feedback. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not as big on the number of feedback anymore like I first was. But I appreciate getting good feedback. I really do, especially with the postcards. It's unbelievable how many people that buy the postcards leave good feedback. It's really nice. The percentage is way off the charts for me over anything else I sell. Almost every single postcard that goes out, I'll get a good feedback on. It's pretty cool. So I like that, but I'm not going to go begging for it. That's just me. But if you're new, if you have a news store, if you have a really low count and you want to get some feedback, I don't know if it's harmful or not. Anyway, everybody wants to discuss that. I've heard bad things can happen, though, if you do that. People get rubbed the wrong way for some silly reason. Disregard. Most likely going to Havre de Grace on 3-4. Yeah, I can't go. I'll be honest. I'll be on a boat. Allentown. Oh, that one I'd like to go to. Yeah, as you are. Spinach. Don't know what they giggling. A couple 12-year-olds giggling. Thanks, Karen. But there are other sales in the U.S. and one in the UK that I'm more likely to go to before New York. Cool. I used to send out feedback reminders my first year. It was very awkward responses you got. So you stopped. Yeah. But I mean, I could definitely understand it. Like Kelly says, his first year or whatever, if you're building up and you want to try to sort of get some traction and get some feedback, because there's no doubt that from a buying perspective, think about it yourself, right? If you, like Kelly said, he bought this selection from a guy with 96%. It's an instant eyebrow raiser because to get to 96% on eBay, you have to be pretty bad, especially if you have like at least hundreds of feedback. It means you have some pretty lousy experiences. So I could definitely understand in the beginning if you want to try to just build up a little bit of a reputation, positive reputation. There might be some logic to it. But unfortunately, there's I've heard bad stories about people that take it the wrong way for whatever reason and get annoyed. They think you're bothering them. And Erica agrees, doesn't ask for feedback, though. You have a little thank you card. Well, that's the way some people do it in a sort of backdoor way is they put the thank you card or they put some sort of note that says, we hope you're very satisfied with our product. It's a way of asking for feedback without actually just writing, please give me good feedback. I'll tell you, a lot of people, especially in the record community, there's a lot of people that will say, please, something to the effect of, we aim to make every transaction a positive experience. And if you have any problems whatsoever, please be sure to contact us before taking any action with you, which is in a way that's too inviting almost somebody to be a jerk and leave you negative feedback because it's obvious you're desperately trying not to get negative feedback on something. So that could backfire in your face too. Just, sell honestly, sell the stuff you listed. If it's damaged, tell them it's damaged. If you screw something up, give them a refund. It's so very much common sense things, Yeah, you definitely are. I can feel the spitballs. Do you have spitballs in Canada? Or do they freeze on the way over to? One in the UK is twice the size of the one in New York. Really? Oh, man, I'd love to go to a UK one. Every car has a dent here. But to have 4% of the car dented is not good. Don't poke the bear. Exactly. That's well said too, Purple Socko. Yes, you get it. You were the bad guy, but in my defense, it was a chrome military aircraft. Yeah. Oh, totally, man. It was worth you said. You took a gamble, right? There you go, Dawn. Congratulations. That's for being, a wise girl back there. Cracking jokes. Very happy for you, Dawn. Congratulations. I think it was worth the roll of the dice, Kelly. It's a lot of money, but I don't. You're not going to be screwed out of $600. There's no way. eBay, if it doesn't materialize, you'll get your money back. It might take 3 months, but like Barbara said earlier, it's not just your money. It's your money's tied up. That $600 you can't put towards anything else or reinvest or do whatever you want to do with, or get gas in your car to go down to the York show in November. It's messed up. It's just a bad story. I hope so. I really, really hope so. I'd be really upset. I actually think he's keeping it quite contained, given the situation. I'd be livid. Yeah, without question. WTG. Way to go. You ask in a written note if I write. You write, if you love your purchase, please consider me a review. Yeah. That's a nice, sweet way of, again, saying, can you please leave me feedback without really saying it? And you would think, again, saying it depends on what you sell. Postcard people in general, and sometimes it's okay to generalize things. Postcard people, collectors, seem to be genuinely nice people. Generally nice people. Generally older people who aren't usually out to screw people and give bad reviews or whatever. So that tact with the postcard community might work really well. But then there's other communities where that might not fare so well. I don't know why. There's also people that just like to be jerks to be a jerk. You get emails from sellers selling the item is shipped, and then one for feedback, and then eBay sends emails also. Yeah, they do after a period of time, don't they? Wow, very good. Was that on the Etsy or on a... That sounds like an Etsy item for Dawn, right? Congratulations, Dawn. You get amazing reviews. I think I've only gotten reviews from 2 or 3 people. Very cool. Short and sweet. Yeah, it's pleasantly presented. Virtual thank you notes. Erica is another Canadian. Did we not acknowledge that there's another Canadian in this chat right now? That is well done. And if Dawn was capable of hobbling up and down on her bum foot, she probably would be doing so right now. By his refunding you shipping, he's already admitting to the wrong. Oh, definitely the $20. Absolutely, I totally agree. It's beyond the money. You just want the cards. That's 2,000. That's right. Oh, good question. Dawn can show off her savvy skills when it comes to sculptures and stuff like that. It'll be fine. That's why you're giving them time. Yeah. Yeah, they do around a lot of people. Hey now. Of course, it's an Etsy item. Go check out that. Dawn just put up her sale. Oh, that is cheerleaders or something doing somersaults. Yeah, what's going on? It's been close to 5 minutes. Come on. Is that out the door yet? Yeah, I've seen some YouTube videos about it. I haven't experienced anything directly, thank God, yet. But again, it's not, for whatever reason, it's not very commonly used in my area. I guess it depends on where you live in the country. It's definitely UPS area, my area. But great point about the Matt's baseball thing, which I've made 2 purchases on, and I guess they did come FedEx, and they were both fine. So luck of the draw, who knows? Use those peanuts. Vintage Memories is in the Memphis area. FedEx's first major hub, so you get FedEx. There you go. So you're in a part of the country where they shine. That's good. Thanks, Ralph, very much. Thank you for coming in. Have a great weekend. On the first pieces of silver plate you actually bothered to clean and polish. Well, time well spent, Dawn. That's awesome. What is that? What is that in real money? Instead of that Canadian stuff you use, what does that translate to in bucks, dollars? Oh, that's not cool. Oh man, I probably would have fired a warning shot in that case. Exactly, and not in those ruples that you guys deal with. What are we talking about in real money? Speaking of Memphis, what's up, Steve? He chimes in with the Memphis question. In real money, exactly. Probably going to wrap it up in a couple of minutes, everybody. We're pushing 8 o'clock here. Miss Flip is down and out with the bum tooth. Awful. There's really not much I could do about that, but I just feel terrible that she's in pain. Not cool. About 90 bucks? That's very cool. Congratulations. That's really good. Very happy for you. That's a lot of money. Especially when you... I like when an item like that... Have you had that up a long time, Dawn? I love when something like that... Like I sold a little... it was a sculpture. I use the term sculpture a little widely, but it's a miniature sculpture of... it was like an American Eagle or something by this Italian artist named Gianelli. Anyway, it had been listed in my store for like 4 years. I had 2 of them, slightly different poses, but basically the same kind of a thing. And one sold on Etsy, as a matter of fact, a couple of weeks ago for the first time. Like I said, and having enough for 4 years, and it was $50, and it was just really exciting to see something like that when you're so used to just getting postcards and print and ephemera stuff. Usually, records for me to see, like first of all, to see an Etsy sale is always a shock, and then to see something for $50 that I've had sitting there gathering dust for 4 years was very, very refreshing. You jerk. About the real money? You had a silver ice bucket you picked up at Value Village. Value Village. Is it like the Walmart of Canada? Wow, that's good. Very good work. Of course, we just poke fun at the Canadians. Really, Mark. Mark is really the Weisenheimer when it comes to Canadian jokes. Cordoba, carjacking capital of Shelby County. You're in Bartlett. Nice to meet you. Virtual meeting. You listed it in the spring last year. Yeah, good luck trying to ship. Oh yeah, did your vase sell to an American buyer, Dawn? It is, and all jokes aside, from hearing her stories and several others, it is a nightmare. I think even Canadians would admit it is a nightmare. Shipping in Canada is so expensive, so slow. So many like unnecessary fees are added. It's crazy. It's a really not fair at all. Value Village equals Sabres. Okay. You heard wedding vases are being stopped on the Mounties at the border. I know. And the Mounties aren't, of course, riding horses. They're riding mooses. It was Brazilian brand, very Art Deco style, and very cool. Picked it up at the thrift store and started cracking. I don't even know what Sabres is. I never heard of a Sabres either. That is a heck of a profit margin, absolutely. Going to Alabama. Man. Pony Express style. Probably take 3 weeks to get there. It's a sin. But congratulations, Don. That really is cool. Glad you sold it. I'm sorry if you answered before. Has it been up for a long time? Like my Eagles were up for like 4 years? Isn't it cool when you basically give up or forget about something that's been up so long you forget it's even existing, and then suddenly you get a sale on it? It's always like, I get a kick out of that kind of stuff. Stuff I wrote off, years ago. You'd like to see somebody riding a moose. I'd pay to see somebody riding a moose. Big thrift store, Shane. Cool. Yeah, we don't have that. What is it called? Savers. Secondhand used clothing and vintage store. Interesting. Not familiar. It's a thrift store, basically. It's a thrift store chain. Cool. Yeah, we don't have them where I live. Like a Goodwill kind of a thing. Canada has the benefit and misfortune of being very big but very small population. Exactly. Well said. Yeah, I know. It's a shame. And so expensive to get stuff across the border and receive stuff into your border. You listed postcards today and I forgot them already. That's true. Hey, Paul, how are you? Paul Carl Cards. Welcome to the show. A Goodwill, but in Canada. Okay. You love it when you get a sale. You think it's a glitch because your first question is that mine. Yeah, exactly. That's what happened to me with, again, Etsy. I have a very small footprint in the Etsy platform, and most of the stuff I listed once, and just I keep like renewing it. It's every 3 months. Is it, Dawn? 20 cents every 3 months. So I have a handful of things like that, like those 2 little mini sculptures. I have like, what else do I have on there? I still have some clothing, believe it or not, that I haven't gotten rid of for years at this point. Old sweaters and stuff. They're not old. They were new at the time, but they're old because they're sitting in a bin for 4 years. And yeah, exactly like Steve says, like you forget you even had this thing listed. It's kind of nice, especially when it's $50. Like that's why that one got to me. I was like, whoa, it's like a bonus $50. I forgot I even had it. I really did forget I had them. You have Savers in New Hampshire. Cool. More commercialized than Goodwill. Okay. Just like a discount store, like a Kmart kind of a thing. Maybe a rung below a Kmart. I don't know. I don't want to speak badly about it. I just don't know what they are. You just find it weird that they don't subsidize postage in Canada, but the US kind of does. There is so many, Dawn and I have actually transacted across the border a couple times. And man, not only does it take forever for the reasons that were brought up earlier, it's true. It's just a gigantic country as far as land mass goes, but so ridiculously small population relative to the land that it's tough to get stuff across. But, God, they nickel and dime me. The government's nickel and dime each other. Jimmy, there's a postcard show in Nashville in March. There you go. They got into legal trouble some years ago for making it sound as if they were nonprofit. They use the Savers name in some states, Value Village, and others in Canada. Okay, cool. I'm going to have to read about this. I'm just not familiar with it. It's a for-profit thrift store. Goodwill without the good. Been watching ranchers shooting pigs on YouTube. Now that's entertainment. Remember that movie, Sid? That's entertainment. You were watching one of Mark's videos and a ching went off. There you go. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off here. It's 8 o'clock over on the East Coast of the United States of America and some provinces in Canada, I'm sure, too. Hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. I will see you on Monday. I'll see a lot of you in the other thing that we chat on 24 hours a day. And then next week is going to be a short week for me on YouTube anyway. Maybe I'll get some regular videos up, though, because I have a couple processed that I just haven't released. So have a great weekend, everybody. Do well. List, sell. And I will talk to you all on Monday. Have a great night. And thanks so much for being part of the show tonight.